दुख भंजन
नायक हे दुख भंजन
असुर विनाशक शुभानना
असुर विनाशक शुभानना
गौरी नंदन मूषिक वाहन
गौरी नंदन मूषिक वाहन
विघ्न विनाशक शुभानना विघ्न विनाशक शुभानना लंबोदर हे गौरी नंदना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्यनारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्यनारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्यनारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्यनारायणा
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
कलियुग में अवतार लिए
कलियुग में अवतार लिए
कलियुग में अवतार लिए
कलियुग में अवतार लिए
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम
कण कण में तेरा नाम
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम
कण कण में तेरा नाम
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा साई नारायणा सत्य नारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्य नारायणा
कलियुग में अवतार लिए
कलियुग में अवतार लिए
कण कण में तेरा नाम साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम
कण कण में तेरा
कण कण में तेरा नाम साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम
कण कण में तेरा नाम
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम हे दीननाथ साई राम 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 तुम हो भक्तों के युगावतार तुम हो भक्तों के युगावतार तुम हो भक्तों के युगावतार भक्तों के युगावतार तुम हो नंदानंद के लाल तुम हो नंदानंद के परतीपुरी के साई गोपाल परतीपुरी के साई गोपाल परतीपुरी के साई गोपाल परतीपुरी के साई गोपाल हे दीननाथ साई राम हे दीननाथ साई राम हे दीननाथ साई राम हे दीननाथ साई राम हे दीननाथ साई राम। हे दीननाथ साई राम। कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम।
कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम।
हे दीननाथ साई राम।
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 दीननाथ साई राम।
तुम हो भक्तों के युगावतार।
भक्तों के युगावतार।
तुम हो नंदानंद के लाल।
तुम हो नंदानंद के लाल।
परतिपुरी के साई गोपाल।
परतिपुरी के साई गोपाल।
हे दीननाथ साई राम।
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 दीननाथ साई राम।
हे दीननाथ साई राम।
दीननाथ साई राम।
कोटि प्रणाम शतकोटि प्रणाम।
वैकुंठपते साई हरे।
वैकुंठपते साई हरे।
वैकुंठपते साई हरे।
वैकुंठपते साई हरे।
वैजयन्ती मालाधारी।
वैजयन्ती मालाधारी।
वैजयन्ती मालाधारी।
वैजयन्ती मालाधारी।
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदोद्धारा सीतारामा
जगदोद्धारा सीतारामा
जगदोद्धारा सीतारामा
जगदोद्धारा सीतारामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
परम पावना तारक नामा
तारक नामा
परम पावना तारक नामा
पावना तारक नामा
श्री राम शत कोटि प्रणामा
राम शत कोटि प्रणामा
श्री राम शत कोटि प्रणामा
राम शत कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदोद्धारा सीतारामा
जगदोद्धारा सीतारामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
परम पावना तारक नामा
पावना तारक नामा
श्री राम शत कोटि प्रणामा
राम शत कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
साई राम कोटि प्रणामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
शरणं शरणं आत्मा रामा
जगदाश्रय श्री रघुरामा
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
मेरे साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ 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 राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
तेरे द्वार पे मैं आऊं मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
तेरे द्वार पे मैं आऊं मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
तेरे द्वार पे मैं आऊं मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ हे।
मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ रे।
मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ हे।
मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ रे।
मेरे साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
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 साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
मेरे साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
मेरे साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
घनश्यामा सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा प्रेम सुधा बरसो शांति सुधा बरसो 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 सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा कलियुग में तुम युगावतारी कलियुग में तुम युगावतारी कलियुग में तुम युगावतारी कलियुग में तुम युगावतारी सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा 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 प्रेम सुधा बरसो शांति सुधा बरसो प्रेम सुधा बरसो शांति सुधा बरसो सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा कलियुग में तुम युगावतारी कलियुग में तुम युगावतारी सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा सत्य साई रामा हे घनश्यामा सत्य साई रामा
साई मेरा तुम हो सहारा
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 शिरडी अवतारा साई पतिपुरी भगवान
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 दीनों के तुम प्राण सखा प्रभु
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 मेरे साई राम
मेरे साई राम
मेरे साई राम
मेरे साई
भगवान।
मेरे साईं राम बाबा पतिपुरी भगवान।
मेरे साईं राम बाबा पतिपुरी भगवान।
मेरे साईं राम बाबा पतिपुरी भगवान।
साईं मेरा तुम हो सहारा,
साईं मेरा तुम हो सहारा।
शिरडी अवतारा साईं पतिपुरी भगवान।
शिरडी अवतारा साईं पतिपुरी भगवान।
दीनों के तुम प्राण सखा प्रभु,
दीनों के तुम प्राण सखा प्रभु।
मेरे साईं राम,
मेरे साईं राम,
मेरे साईं राम बाबा पतिपुरी भगवान।
मेरे साईं राम बाबा पतिपुरी भगवान।
मेरे साईं राम बाबा पतिपुरी भगवान।
मेरे साईं राम बाबा पतिपुरी भगवान। साईं मेरा तुम हो सहारा।
साईं मात पिता गुरु बंधु सखा। साईं माता पिता गुरु बंधु शक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा,
मुझे शक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा,
मुझे भक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा,
मुझे भक्ति दो मेरे साई शिवा,
मुझे मुक्ति 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 दो मेरे साई शिवा।
साई माता पिता गुरु बंधु सखा।
सहारा दो भगवान, सहारा दो भगवान, सहारा दो भगवान, सहारा दो भगवान। मुझे दया करो, मुझे कृपा करो, 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 मुझे सन्मति दो भगवान, मुझे सन्मति दो भगवान, मुझे सन्मति दो भगवान, मुझे सन्मति दो भगवान। सहारा दो भगवान, सहारा दो भगवान। सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान, 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 सदा रक्षा करो 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 हे भगवान। शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान, शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान, मुझे शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान, मुझे शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान। सहारा दो भगवान, सहारा दो भगवान। मुझे दया करो, मुझे कृपा करो, मुझे दया करो, मुझे कृपा करो, मुझे सन्मति दो भगवान, मुझे सन्मति दो भगवान। सहारा दो भगवान, सहारा दो भगवान। सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान, सदा साथ रहो हे भगवान, सदा रक्षा करो हे भगवान, सदा रक्षा करो हे भगवान। शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान, शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान, मुझे शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान, मुझे शांति भक्ति प्रेम दो भगवान। सहारा दो भगवान।
अवतार तुम्ही
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पति राम
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 जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
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 अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा
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 जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
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 युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पति राम
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पति राम
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो
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 युग युग के
अवतार तुम्ही हो
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे।
तुम हो साई दया के सागर,
तुम हो साई दया के सागर,
तुम हो गुण मंदिर नटनागर,
तुम हो गुण मंदिर नटनागर,
आदि अनंत है सत्य सनातन,
आदि अनंत है सत्य सनातना,
आदि अनंत है सत्य सनातन,
आदि अनंत है सत्य सनातना,
अलख निरंजन साई जनार्दन,
अलख निरंजन साई जनार्दन,
अलख निरंजन साई जनार्दन,
अलख निरंजन साई जनार्दन,
सच्चिदानंद प्रभु कृपा कर प्रेम दे, शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
तुम हो बाबा दया के सागर,
तुम हो बाबा दया के सागर,
तुम हो गुण मंदिर नटनागर,
तुम हो गुण मंदिर नटनागर,
आदि अनंत है सत्य सनातन,
आदि अनंत है सत्य सनातन,
अलख निरंजन साई जनार्दन,
अलख निरंजन साई जनार्दन,
सच्चिदानंद प्रभु कृपा कर प्रेम दे, शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे,
साई प्रेम दे शांति दे आनंद दे बाबा प्रेम दे।
कर्ती विहारा पूर्णावतारा,
कर्ती विहारा पूर्णावतारा,
कर्ती विहारा पूर्णावतारा,
कर्ती विहारा भक्तिविहारा पूर्णावतारा
सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
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 परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं
कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं
कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं
कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं
भवभयनाशन दुरितनिवारण
भयनाशन दुरितनिवारण
भवभयनाशन दुरितनिवारण
भयनाशन दुरितनिवारण
पर्तिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणम् पर्तिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणम्
पर्तिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणं
भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
मानस निरन्तरं
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं
सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
परम पवित्रं पावन चरणं
कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं
कलिमलदहनं श्रीगुरुचरणं
भवभयनाशन दुरितनिवारण
भयनाशन दुरितनिवारण
पतिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणम्
पतिपुरीश्वर पङ्कजचरणं
भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
भज रे मानस निरन्तरं
भजो भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं
भजो भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
भज भज रे मानस निरन्तरं
सत्य साई पादाम्बुजं भज रे मानस निरन्तरम्
अयोध्या विहारी श्रीराम राम राम
अयोध्या विहारी
कृष्ण कृष्ण
द्वारका विहारी श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
द्वारका विहारी श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
द्वारका विहारी श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद
सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद
सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद
सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद
निज भक्त हृदय विहारी श्री साईनाथ देवा
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 अयोध्या विहारी श्री राम राम रामा
अयोध्या विहारी श्री राम राम रामा
द्वारका विहारी श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
द्वारका विहारी श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद
सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद
निज भक्त हृदय विहारी श्री साईनाथ देवा
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 अयोध्या
विहारी श्री राम राम रामा
शंकरा 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 साई शंकरा कलियुग अवतारा साई कलियुग अवतारा हर शिव शंकर साई शिव शिव शंकर साई हर शिव शंकर साई शिव शिव शंकर साई चंद्रशेखर साई पति शंकर साई चंद्रशेखर साई पति शंकर साई हर शिव शंकर साई शिव शिव शंकर साई हर शिव शंकर साई शिव शिव शंकर साई चंद्रशेखर साई पति शंकर साई चंद्रशेखर साई पति शंकर साई शंकरा गया। नाद शरीरा वेदो धारा, शरीरा वेदो धारा, कलियुग अवतारा साई, कलियुग अवतारा साई, कलियुग अवतारा, कलियुग अवतारा। हर शिव शंकर साई, शिव शिव शंकर साई, हर शिव शंकर साई, शिव शिव शंकर साई, चंद्रशेखर साई, पति शंकर साई, चंद्रशेखर साई, पति शंकर साई, चंद्रशेखर साई, पति शंकर साई, पति शंकर साई। शंकरा शंकरा।
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो।
महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो,
महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो,
महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो,
महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो।
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो।
राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो,
राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो,
राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो,
राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो।
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो।
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो।
प्रेम साई शांतिदाय सत्य साई बोलो,
प्रेम साई शांतिदाय सत्य साई बोलो,
प्रेम साई शांतिदाय सत्य साई बोलो,
प्रेम साई शांतिदाय सत्य साई बोलो।
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो,
महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो,
महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो,
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो।
राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो,
राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो, मौला साई बोलो,
अल्लाह साई बोलो।
बोलो
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो,
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 गोपाल बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो 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 गोपाल बोलो।
प्रेम साई शांतिदाय सत्य साई बोलो। ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
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 रत्नाकर कुलभूषणा
रत्नाकर कुलभूषणा
रत्नाकर कुलभूषणा
रत्नाकर कुलभूषणा
राजीवनयना नारायणा
राजीवनयना नारायणा
राजीवनयना नारायणा
राजीवनयना नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा साई नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा साई नारायणा
नारायणा
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
रत्नाकर कुलभूषणा
रत्नाकर कुलभूषणा
नारायणा
नारायणा साई
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा हरि
नारायणा हरि
नारायणा
नारायणा
नारायणा हरि नारायणा
नारायणा साई नारायणा
नारायणा साई नारायणा
नारायणा साई नारायणा
नारायणा साई नारायणा
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना साई नाम बोलो साई नाम बोलो साई माधवा साई केशवा श्री हरि नाम बोलो हरि नाम अल्लाह ईश्वर ईसा मसीहा अल्लाह ईश्वर ईसा मसीहा अल्लाह ईश्वर ईसा मसीहा बुद्ध महावीर नाम बुद्ध महावीर नाम बुद्ध महावीर नाम बुद्ध महावीर नाम साई माधवा साई केशवा श्री हरि नाम बोलो 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 साई नाम बोलो सत्य साई नाम
ईश्वर ईसा मसीहा
बुद्ध महावीरना
बुद्ध महावीरा
साई माधवा साई केशवा श्री हरि नाम बोलो
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 साई नाम बोलो सत्य साई नाम बोलो
To that supreme consciousness, that timeless spirit, that embodied itself as Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, our beloved master, a source of our strength and our inspiration, who permeates this entire cosmos. To him, we bow down with love, gratitude, and reverence on this auspicious 97th year of the Advent. Sai Sai. Service, adoration, and illumination. On this auspicious evening, let us all remember Baba's words when he said that service is the path to divinity. Brothers and sisters, a very, very warm welcome this evening to the 97th birthday of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. A warm welcome to all our guests, our dignitaries on the dais, students, staff, people who've gathered here from around the world, and every single person joining us live. A very, very good evening.
To honor that eternal principle of love that manifested as Seva, this auspicious day shall henceforth be commemorated as Seva Divas. And it is to recognize this very spirit of service that we celebrated the contribution of 7 wonder women this morning through the Sri Sathya Sai Award for Human Excellence presented by the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. These women, despite all odds, have risen to great heights, while at the same time giving back to society.
We would now like to welcome the dignitaries on the dais. Firstly, the distinguished team from the Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences and Research, Dr. C.N. Manjunath, cardiologist and director, Dr. B.C. Srinivas, former head of department, cardiology, Dr. Nagesh, associate professor and interventional cardiologist, Dr. C. Srinivas, chairman, Sri Sathya Sai Health and Education Trust, Dr. Vasudev Upadhyay, medical superintendent, Sri Sathya Sai Sarala Memorial Hospital.
From the leadership team of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, Dr. A.R. Raghupati, director, medical education, Shri B.N. Narsimurthy, Chancellor, Dr. Shri Kantmurthy, Vice Chancellor, and our collective love and gratitude to Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. We will commence this evening's proceedings with Vedic invocation by the boy students of the BA Vedic Studies program, and they shall chant verses from the Mundaka Upanishad.
ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः द्वासुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिषस्वजाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वाध्वत्यनश्नन्नन्यो अभिचाकशीति समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नो नीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः जुष्टैः यदा पश्यत्यन्यमीशमस्य महिमानमिति भीतशोकः यदा पश्यते रुक्मवर्णं कर्तारमीशं पुरुषं ब्रह्मयोनिम् तदा विद्वान् पुण्यपापे विधूय निरञ्जनः परमं साम्यमुपैति प्राणो हेशयः सर्वभूतैर्विभाति विजानन् विद्वान् भवतेनातिवादी आत्मक्रीडा आत्मरतिः क्रियावानेश ब्रह्मविदां वरिष्ठः सत्येन लभ्यस्तपसा हेष आत्मा सम्यक् ज्ञानेन ब्रह्मचर्येण नित्यम् अन्तःशरीरे ज्योतिर्मयो हि शुभ्रोऽयं पश्यन्ति यतयः क्षीणदोषाः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु।
We are all about children, all the three verticals, and whatever we do is for the future of the world. It is said when children are in the pink of their health, countries will be in the peak of their prosperity. As we commemorate the 10th anniversary of the establishment of the global chain of the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Pediatric Cardiac Centers, we have a special video which showcases the miracle of hope, the miracle of love, which has been healing hearts and transforming countless lives over the last 10 years. And we call it 10 on 10. May we please have the video.
The timeless teaching of Sri Sathya Sai Baba, love all, serves as the guiding light for a unique, compassionate healthcare mission which commenced in the year 1957 with a 6-bedded hospital in Puttaparthi in Andhra Pradesh. A general hospital was established in Whitefield, Bengaluru in Karnataka in the year 1970, and thereafter, 3 multi-specialty hospitals were also established in the years 1991 and 2001. Walking in the footsteps of Baba, his disciple Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, the modern-day visionary, a humanitarian thinker, and an ancient idealist, also resolved to work for the welfare of children to restore their health without levying a price tag to it. Sanjeevani, the sound of the yore, which means life-giving, was chosen as the apt name to string along with Sai's name for the hospitals founded by Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai to reduce the global burden of congenital heart defects. and it came to be known as the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Hospitals. The first Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Center for Child Heart Care was established at Atal Nagar, Nawa Raipur, Chhattisgarh in November 2012. Thus began the story of Sanjeevani, and a decade has gone by. And in these 10 years, the hospitals have flown as a clear stream of selfless love and service, saving thousands of little hearts and touching countless lives, invigorated by the guidance of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai and motivated by the dynamic leadership of Dr. C. Srinivas, chairman of the global chain of the Sanjeevani Hospitals, who's an exemplar of service, humility, and perseverance. After having been closely associated with Sri Sathya Sai Baba and his various service projects in healthcare, education, and the drinking water supply for over 40 years, Dr. C. Srinivas has helped deliver free healthcare to hundreds of thousands of people in India. Realizing the need for more pediatric cardiac care centers in the northern and western parts of India, 2 more Sanjeevani centers for child heart care, coupled with a research center and a training center for pediatric cardiac skills, were established at Palwal, Haryana and Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra in the year 2016 and 2018 respectively. The research center was established in Palwal, which houses India's first and largest biobank with over 5,000 samples for congenital heart research. A training center offers institutional fellowships, undergraduate and postgraduate pediatric cardiac training, specialized training for paramedical and technical staff, and medical fellowship programs. Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Institute of Nursing and Allied Healthcare Sciences offers BSc and MSc Medical Surgical Nursing in cardiothoracic care. A cardiovascular tissue and homograph valve bank has also been established at Nawa Raipur to mark 10 years of mending little hearts. The 4th Pediatric Cardiac Care Center commenced in the state of Telangana in November 2022. A peep beyond the shores of India made Sanjeevani restless about the condition of children suffering from congenital heart defects in other countries, and thus 2 centers at Fiji and Sri Lanka commenced in April 2022 and August 2022 respectively. Outreach medical centers started functioning at Clarksdale, Mississippi, USA, and Enugu and Imo in Nigeria. While thus actively engaged in the care of children, Sanjeevani was also aware of the needs of their mothers. Attention to one of them without the other cannot make care complete. Thus, the Divine Mother and Child Health Program started in 2017 to focus on preventive care for expecting mothers and rural school-going children. The concept of Matru Chaya, the shadow of the mother, was initiated to train mothers to handle their children soon after their procedures. Even during the pandemic, Sanjeevani Hospitals continued its operations and performed over 8,500 pediatric cardiac procedures. A fruitful 10 years indeed, for having mended the hearts of 23,000 children through both invasive and non-invasive procedures, and for having treated over 200,000 children through outpatient consultations. And now, Muddenahalli in Chikbalapur district of Karnataka gets the 5th Pediatric Cardiac Center with the inauguration of the new Cath lab in association with Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences and Research on the 97th birthday of Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The 10-year-old Sanjeevani has now embraced 10 locations, 5 single specialty pediatric cardiac facilities in India and 2 overseas in Fiji and Sri Lanka, and the 3 mother and child hospitals in India, Palwal, Jamshedpur and Raiwala, apart from Yavatmal and Nawa Raipur, which opened a few months ago. The sustainability of Sanjeevani through the last 10 years is evident in its concerted and collaborative approach by the coming together of the government, the society, and our organization, or as we call it, Sarkar, Samaj, Sanstha, the 3S model. Sanjeevani will continue this journey and tirelessly work towards establishing 25 centers across the world by Sanjeevani's 25th year. True to its name, Sanjeevani shall always bestow good health and well-being on children. Thus, Sanjeevani's story of the last 10 years is the story of restoring humanity in humans. It is the story that proclaims the power of goodness that is sure to steer back humanity to establish itself in its true essence one world, one family. 10 on 10.
Despite giant strides in medical sciences and disease management, heart diseases continues to be one of the biggest killers across all age groups. In India, coronary artery disease contributes to 50% of deaths in people 50 years and below. And they say it takes a heart to save a heart, and perhaps a divine heart to save thousands of hearts. On this auspicious day, Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai has blessed the state of Karnataka and the Chikbalapur region with yet another gift of love. We are extremely delighted and proud to announce the 5th Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Heart Care Center right here in Muddenahalli in collaboration with the Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences and Research. This department will have an advanced Cath lab and critical care units, which we all just witnessed live from the Sri Sathya Sai Sarala Memorial Hospital just a while ago. With no cardiac interventional facilities in the district of Chikbalapur, the nearest facility is about 70 kilometers away. So this facility will surely be a boon to everyone in the district and the surrounding areas. And as always, this was set up in a record time of less than 10 days, one of the fastest Cath labs to be established in the entire country. We are also very happy to announce that we will have a memorandum of understanding between the Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, and the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Heart Care Center. This tripartite collaboration will enable patient care, specialty cardiac education, and research. We will now have the MOU exchange.
May we now kindly invite Dr. C. Manjunath to address all of us, an Indian cardiologist and the director of the Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences and Research. The Government of India awarded him the 4th highest civilian honor of the Padma Shri in 2007 for his contribution to Indian medicine.
Sri Sadguru Madhusudan Sai and all the dignitaries on the dais and all the special dignitaries, devotees, disciples, the donors of this great institution. In fact, it's a God-sent opportunity for us, for me, as well as my colleagues from Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences, to associate with these divine institutions called Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Heart Institution. So my heartfelt congratulations, my heartfelt thanks to Sadguru Madhusudan ji and for the entire establishment of this great institution. Always there was a speculation, there was a talk when Sri Puttaparthi Sai Baba passed away. They were all telling he is going to be born in some other place. He is going to be born in A place, he is going to be born in B place. Now In fact, he is born in Muddenahalli in form of Sri Sadguru Madhusudan ji. In fact, it is not possible to develop an institute, to develop an organization to this extent. In fact, he is a God-sent ambassador to the mankind and humanity. He is a God-sent ambassador to the mankind and humanity. For example, today, the cardiac cath lab. This is nothing but a very sophisticated medical equipment to treat cardiac patients, whether it is patient has got a blockage of the arteries in the heart, we do angioplasty and stenting, or if there is a blockage of the arteries in the brain, they remove the clot, or if there is any heart hole that can be closed by an umbrella device, and so many procedures can be done in this cardiac cath lab. Today, we are very happy to associate with Sadguru's organization and the Sanjeevani Heart Hospital, Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Heart Hospital, and we'll give all support in terms of research, in terms of education, in terms of technical expertise, in terms of advisory to make it as one of the best, world's best center at Muddenahalli. We always talk about miracles. I think miracle has happened just now because because in India we have 2,200 cardiac cath labs in India today. This could be the next one. I have not come across any place either in India or in abroad where this high-end sophisticated medical equipment cardiac cath lab has been established in just matter of 6 days. So what do you call it? Just short of a miracle. So it is just short of a miracle. And my hearty congratulations to the makers of this cath lab, IITPL from Bangalore. It is an indigenous cardiac cath lab. Nearly 70% of these products are made in Bangalore, electronic city, and 30% are imported. And what is amazing is the magnetic power of Sadguruji. Is just a magnetic power, and I think not everybody can attract so many devotees. See, this is what a faith and trust in a system can do. If a system has developed a faith, if a system has developed a trust, this is what the donations and the support comes like rivers, comes like an ocean. So there is an oceanic type of contribution is flowing into this greatest organization. So whatever you can call it, it is a magnetic force, it's a divine force, or whether it's an electrical stimulation. So in fact, we are fortunate today to come here and be part of this great moment on 97th birthday of Sai Babaji. So in fact, we are extremely thankful to the organization for giving us all this opportunity. So in fact, I have interacted with lot of doctors, cardiologists, cardiac surgeons, ENT specialists, and the gynecologists, so many, you name, intensivists. See, this is where the mindset, how the very visit of this place, I think, bring changes in you. See, because it's extremely difficult to bring changes in human beings. See, yes, we are all born with heart, but I think in this place, everybody sitting in this place, not just have a physical heart, they have got a spiritual heart, they have a generous heart, and they have an humanitarian heart. So this is what a place can do, this thing, because in these days of commercialization, very rare to come across an organization where they are providing education free, they are providing the foods free, and the hospital does not have a billing counter. Unbelievable, unbelievable, because it's because the cardiac surgeries, Sadhguruji has picked up a very good subspecialty for taking care of children. Because for every 1,000 children born in this country or beyond, for every 1,000 children born, unfortunately 6 to 7 children are born with heart defects because of developmental anomaly. And adult surgeries can be done in many places, but to perform a heart surgery in a child, maybe 1 month old, maybe 3 months old, it requires a lot of expertise, lot of infrastructure. In fact, I was interacting with one of the very great pediatric cardiac surgeon from USA, Dr. Sham Shetty, because here the specialists are coming voluntarily and doing these procedures. And so my hearty congratulations to all this national as well as international faculty, because this is what a center can do. Because the surgical procedure for a small child, very expensive. It can go from anywhere 3 lakhs to 10 lakhs, 3 lakhs to 10 lakhs. But here it is done free of cost. And also we came across the nursing students who are studying here. And some of the patients who have been treated and cured here, they have been given even the jobs also here. So it is sort of a holistic approach. It is sort of a holistic care, not just education. They are also providing employment. So this is a fantastic service. I think in these days we all believe in what you call, we want to become owners. We want to become owners. We want to become owners. But fortunately, amazingly, all of you are donors here, not owners. All of you are donors. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಪರ್ವತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತು ನಾವು ಪರಿತಪಿಸಿ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪರಿವಾರದೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಜನರ ಕಣ್ಣೀರನ್ನು ಒರೆಸಿದರೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ Sadhguruji's vision and mission is very clear. In fact, he is achieving a lot of impossible things. And his establishment in form of setting up this Sathya Sai Heart Care, Sanjeevani Heart Care Center, not just confined to India, it is beyond India. They have set up in Nigeria, then they have set up in Fiji. So that means there is no sunset for his establishment. There is no sunset for his establishment. This is a fantastic thing. So probably, I think it is a great service. Then coming back to the burden of cardiovascular disease in India, 50% of deaths in India is due to heart attack. There was a time children used to bring parents for the treatment of heart attack. Children used to bring parents for the treatment of heart attack. Today, parents are bringing their children in the age group of 20 to 45 for the treatment of heart attack. 30% of heart attack is below 45 years of age. We are seeing heart attack in potential bridegrooms. We have treated bridegrooms brought from the marriage hall to the ICU. So this is all because of lifestyle changes. Because people say time has changed. No, time has not changed. Sun is very much there, moon is there, but because the lifestyle has changed. I think stress is a new smoking. Stress is a new tobacco. In fact, there was a time we rarely used to see heart attack in women below 50 years of age. Today, in our own series at Jayadeva Institute, we have treated nearly 8% of patients who develop heart attack below 45 years are women. This is because children education today is mother's examination. Children education today is mother's examination. Now our modern day mothers, they are extremely stressed. They are always worried about their children education. So I think this is where a national education policy has to put in place. In my opinion, at least up to second standard, children education should be relaxed. They should go to the school at 10 o'clock and come back by 12:30. We are stealing the childhood. So the stress is developing at the very young age itself. And at a time where they have to sleep, we are putting them into the buses, school buses as animals. I think on the other day, there was a mother who came to us with history of chest pain and headache palpitation, and we checked everything. Everything was normal. Then we were asking, why are you worried? She was telling, my son has not got good marks. I was thinking it could be 10th standard or 12th standard, but it was an LKG. So this is the amount of stress. So I think by establishing a high-end cardiac care facility at Muddenahalli, I think the Sadguruji and his establishment is going to save many, many lives, because we know that heart attack treatment is a time-driven. You have to, for every 30 minutes of delay in initiating treatment for heart attack, the risk of death increases by 7%. So even to reach Bangalore, you know that it could be 70 kilometers, but in terms of travel time, it is 140 kilometers. So this is where you can save a lot of lives. And we from Jaideva, we have Professor B.C. Srinivas with us. We have Professor Jairangnath, he is head of the pediatric cardiology. Then we have our senior associate professor, Dr. Nagesh. So, and when we have Dr. Satish, cardiac anesthetist. Definitely, we want to associate. This is the only way we can give something back to the society. This is the only way we can give something back to the society. I think this model of service, virtually free of cost for cross-section of the society, is unimaginable. So this is where definitely we'll assure you, Sadhguruji will be part of this great university, will be part of this thing, because mothers are giving birth to babies, but you are giving new lease of life, and you are also making them new citizens. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. We take this opportunity to extend a token of our appreciation to Dr. C.N. Manjunath. We also extend our gratitude and appreciation to Dr. B.C. Srinivas, former head of Department of Cardiology. And also to Dr. Nagesh, Associate Professor and Interventional Cardiologist. May we now invite Dr. C. Srinivas, Chairman, Sri Sathya Sai Health and Education Trusts, who is leading the global chain of the Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Heart Care Centers, to address all of us this evening.
Most revered, beloved Bhagawan, salutations at the feet of the great form that walked this earth in the form of Sri Sathya Sai Baba. in his own spirit, embodying a new form, is our very own and very dear and beloved Sadguru Madhusudan Sai, to whom we bow down today. Beloved brother, Dr. Manjunath, human being exemplar, cardiologist exemplar, institution building ability exemplary, a team builder which is one of its kind, not just in Karnataka, but all of India. It is an honor to sit with you and now to associate with you and your brilliant institution, Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology. Dear Dr. Manjunath, I work in 14 states out of Karnataka. There is not one state where I have not heard people sing your glory, speak about your humaneness and your ability to treat patients with love, compassion, and competence. Truly, your work is what you truly are. You have defined what Shakespeare said, handsome is what handsome does, which is what you are. And what a team you have put together. Many of them I have known, and many of them I admire from a distance. A team is as good as the leader that leads it. And you particularly, Dr. Manjunath, you have created leaders out of team members, which is again a hallmark of a true leader. That every single team member of yours shows leadership skills in handling patients with empathy, with compassion and commitment is a singular quality which is so important in healthcare. God bless you, your team, and the great institution of Jayadeva, which you have built brick by brick and certainly heart by heart. We all stand in awe and adoration of you. Today is an extremely significant day because the one of its only kind, the Sri Sathya Sai University of Human Excellence, has signed this great collaboration with Jayadeva Institute, humbly supported by Sathya Sai Sanjeevani. Sir, you know, the Sathya Sai University of Human Excellence has a motto, not just to produce educated people in the form of young men and women. And look at the profundity of Sadguru's thought. He said that those who come in as raw, untreated human beings in the form of young boys and girls must be made into the images of God. How can there be such a vision for a university? For man to aspire to become God-like and become God-like in the way you live can be the highest pinnacle of achievement for anybody on this planet. And to associate with an healthcare institution like Jayadeva to be doing that is a confluence of the very best that can exist on this planet for doing good to the society, especially in the field of children. Jayadeva, my dear sisters and brothers, is an iconic name. The volumes that they do, the varieties that they do, the complexities of cases that they do, the work that they do, the model of healthcare that they have unraveled into the state and into the country stands truly unparalleled. I singularly am in great admiration of this institution, which is truly one of its kind. Sir, 96 years back, a birth happened on this planet. A birth took a form, and that ushered in what signifies what all forms should be. Love took a form on that day in Puttaparthi. 97 years have passed, which is a long span of time which we will find hard to comprehend. Today, for people who don't speak languages, who live in obscure corners of this world, that form, in the form of love, has touched them and brought purpose, meaning, direction, courage, hope to their lives. Human birth is a birth which embodies love, and Sathya Sai was truly love. We all pray and aspire, we wish and hope and pray that we embody in our beings love. Love is what sustains this world. Love is what makes the heart beat. Love is what makes us do good to fellow man and woman in this world. And on what a day like this have we signed this MOU? An institution who wishes to produce godlike men and women, an iconic institution which treats millions of men and women who come to its door with love, care, and competence, humbly submitted and supported by the Sathya Sai Sanjeevani system. Sir, the Sathya Sai Sanjeevani system is an institution of love. For somebody who conceived, dreamt, wished to build an institution, it is not what its front shows us to be. It is truly an institution that institutionalizes love. That is what every brick, every entity that works in Sanjeevani wishes and works for. Love defines life. Love makes life happen, and love makes us do the undone, and that is what Sanjeevani is. Sir, you would be happy to know that Sanjeevani is a true center of public service. We believe in serving society, which is what is our hallmark and motto. And when we serve society, hospitals, institutions of love become institutions of national development. When you build a nation, you give life to children, and they become the future GDP of a nation, and that becomes an institution of national development. But finally, Sanjeevani is an institution of human transformation. Those who serve, those who come in, and those who go out do not go out as the same. They are transformed from within. They go out as different people, filled with goodness and gratitude to do good to this world and good to the community and society that made them. So we were just told that we observed 10 years. And may I share with you a small, happy happenstance. Hundreds and thousands of patients come to us, sir. We had a celebration which was voluntarily done by the patients of our hospital. It's very rare Very rarely do institutions of healthcare have a voluntary celebration by the ones who were treated. I do not know if you've ever heard of anything like that. Voluntarily, over 2,000 children from every state of India and 16 countries converged at Sathya Sai Sanjeevani. Converged at Sathya Sai Sanjeevani in a spirit of gratitude with one single goal and objective, that they must pray and they must wish that every child born on Mother Earth lives a life bereft of disease, filled with good health and care and goodness for the world. What is this miracle which you spoke about? Have you ever heard where beneficiaries have one prayer that no other child must suffer from the same disease which sadly they had to suffer? And in a debt of gratitude to doctors like you, they bowed down and lit a lamp. To me, a lighting of a lamp is the most sacred act. Sir, we lit a lamp when we opened the Cath lab just now at Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Sarala Hospital. The lamp has an ability to light 1,000,000 other lamps. This beautiful chandelier can only shine alone. It cannot light even one other chandelier. But one small lamp can light so many lives. So we, Doctor, had a celebration of Jeevana Jyot. Let these children light the lamps of love, hope, and prayer for the millions of children who are born and will be born into the lap of Mother Earth. And on that evening, Doctor, I understand we set a Guinness World Record for the largest number of voluntary children congregating to offer prayer in lighting of a lamp for the welfare of the children of the world. On this auspicious occasion, I humbly, with folded hands on behalf of Sanjeevani, wish to offer to that great altar of love which walked this earth and continues to be present as Sathya Sai, and now embodied in beloved Madhusudan Sai, the Guinness World Record for the largest ever voluntary congregation lighting lamps for the children of the world is offered to none other than Sadguru Madhusudan Sai.
On behalf of all of us, we pray to Sadguru to please deliver his divine message on this auspicious evening.
A man like God came down to create God-like men on this special day. Bhagawan seemed like one of us, but he was none of us, yet every one of us. The divinity that we all embody, that we all are, that is our reality, existential reality, was only reflecting in somebody outside. And today the time has come that it starts glowing from within and spreading to everybody in the world. That is the role that has been given to each one of us in this wonderful mission that began 96 years ago. And today, as we enter the 97th year of this wonderful mission and gather together on this holy land, sacred land, sanctified by Bhagawan so many times, we are so fortunate to offer this gift of yet another Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Heart Care Center down south in Karnataka, in association with one of the finest centers of cardiology and cardiovascular services in Karnataka, Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences. And we are so very grateful to Dr. Manjunath for having come all the way, and he has taken great interest in setting up the Cath lab. This is just the beginning of the service. It was done within 10 days. And that is no surprise to them, sir. They are generally under such pressure. But I'm sure it is a surprise to Jayadeva Institute for sure. But he took great interest in coordinating, in finalizing, in deciding, designing, and getting it executed on time. And so, on behalf of all of us, first and foremost, we want to convey our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Manjunath for his effort to make my wish come true. It was my wish that on Bhagawan's birthday, we must have the Cath lab ready. And you know, I just came back and as usual, I just off the cuff told our team, do what you want. I want this lab to be ready and we have to inaugurate it on 23rd of November. And this I think I told them around, 10, 15 days ago. And then they all searched for a lab. And they said, it's not possible. We have to bring from France. We have to bring from here and there. It'll 2 months delay, 3 months. I told, do what you want. The date is fixed. It's been decided. In fact, Dr. Satish Babu was trying to even argue with me that, and trying to tell me, let us take it slowly and things like that. And I had to really raise my voice and say, enough spoken, no arguments. This is decided and done. Do what you can. If you don't do it, I will get it done somehow or the other. And the whole Sarala Memorial team, the civil engineering team, the hospital management, they rallied around this one idea that come what may, hell or high waters, the Cath lab has to be inaugurated on 23rd. And lo and behold, the lab is there for everyone to see. It's a fully functional lab and it's one of the state-of-the-art labs in the country. And the most glorious part, as Dr. Manjunath said, it is made in India. And like all of us, made in India. So a made in India heart should be cured with an instrument or a machine which is also made in India by doctors who are also made in India. That is our vision of Cath lab. Jokes apart, it's a wonderful contribution from our institution to the people of Chikbalapur district, Kolar district, even as far as Hindupur and things like that, and Dodbalapur. And I believe there are more than 2.5 million people who live around these areas. They all can come and benefit from this lab. And we will be shortly commencing the services. Is an association with, of course, Jayadeva Institute and Sanjeevani Hospitals. We have identified the personnel. And anybody needs a Cath lab, please go and let them know. I hope nobody needs it. But should one need it, it is there for everyone, all around, for everyone, without any cost whatsoever, without any discrimination whatsoever. It can do pediatric, adult cardiac cases, and also neuro cases. Blood clots in the brain. Here, Dr. Manjunath was very kind to explain to me in detail. I almost feel like a cardiologist now. So much of explanation. So I'm very glad that this has happened, and this has happened because of this such dedicated, committed, devoted people of these institutions. Especially, I must congratulate the entire project engineering team as well as the Sarala Memorial Hospital team for making it happen on time, as they always do. And more importantly, it is on the 10th anniversary of the establishment of Sanjeevani hospitals. I could have built a hospital, but 10 days were not enough. So I thought, let us begin with a cath lab. But we'll soon build a hospital, Sanjeevani Hospital, a dedicated pediatric cardiac hospital in Muddenahalli, which will completely be dedicated towards pediatric cardiac care as a full-fledged hospital of Sanjeevani. But in times to come, that also will happen. I do not want to scare our people here, lest they should go and get admitted in cath lab. I'll avoid that. Having said that, Sanjeevani hospitals have done yeoman service to the people of the country. You save a child, you save the future of the country. You save the future of the world, because so many people from around the world have come. And I always say nutrition, education and healthcare should be declared as the fundamental rights of every child born on earth, irrespective of caste, creed, geography, economic status. Unfortunately, not a single government in the world has declared these three as the fundamental rights: nutrition, education and healthcare. And I am looking forward to a world where we can make it a fundamental right for every child born on earth. So we are working towards that. At least in our institutions it is so. Children have right to nutrition, education and healthcare without any cost whatsoever. Annapurna team serves 1 million breakfast meals every morning to government school going children, and that solves a lot of problems. That increases the attendance, that improves their health, so the burden on the system reduces. Again, I told Annapurna people, before October 2nd, 1 million children you have to somehow reach. They were around 800,000 or something in September. Can you believe, within a month, they went to every nook and corner of the country, and 25 states, 3 union territories, and they achieved the 1 million target. And now 1 million children get a hearty meal in the morning, nutritious, micronutrients rich, what we call as hidden hunger, to solve that problem. So this is something that is again because of the kind of people that are behind this mission. Well, I may get all the praise, I may get all the recognition, all the acknowledgements from people like Dr. Manjunath, but the truth is that it is all of you who make it happen. It is these devotees from around the world who prioritize our mission even above their own family, their own children, their own ambitions. These are the people who make it happen. The volunteers, unseen, unknown, invisible, faceless volunteers who work around the clock to make this system work so efficiently, so professionally, at the same time with so much of devotion and spirituality. It is to them that we must bow down, who make this whole thing work so precisely, so perfectly. It is to these children and their parents who have given us a cause to serve. But for you, we wouldn't be here. I always tell our teachers, be grateful to the children, because it is them because of whom we are here. If they were not here, we would not have been here. You would not have been here. We are serving the children. So we are grateful to all the children who have given us the opportunity to serve them in varied ways in the holy name of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And that nothing gives me greater joy than this, that on this sacred day, do something more. And I told Dr. Srinivas, can we establish some more centers, 10 years of Sanjeevani? He ran pillar to post. And from Rishikesh, where Gangaji starts, the Mother and Child Center over there. Next, Palwal, Haryana, Mother and Child Center. Jamshedpur, Jharkhand, Mother and Child Center. In Raipur, we already had a Mother and Child Center. In Maharashtra, we opened Mother and Child Center this span of this year. Telangana, we opened a pediatric cardiac center just a few days ago. And in Raipur, again, we opened the 7th homographed valve bank in the country. You have most of them in South or in AIIMS Delhi and nothing in between. It's the first bank, and they got permission in 24 hours. The state government did everything in their might to make sure that happened when we arrived. And so that was also open. Wonderful achievements. All this is possible because, of course, Bhagawan's grace is a must. Without sun shining, nothing moves on earth. But sun shining alone does not make it happen. It's people who have to work around and work hard to make that divine will happen, manifest. This is the reason all this is happening. So to each and every one of you, I want to convey our congratulations for having achieved so much in 10 years. And if 10 years have been this glorious, you can only imagine how the next 10 years are going to be. This is a family. We are all a family. And I always consider the whole world a family. When people ask, why such high-end, such luxurious hospitals, such vast campuses for poor children, and you can do some kind of toned-down versions of these things. I tell them only one thing. would you admit your own son in this hospital if he was sick? Would you admit your own daughter in these schools if she needed education? If you can do it, only then I'll be satisfied. But most of these people think for poor people, poor service should be given, poor quality infrastructure should be given. That is not our way. Poor hospital for poor does not mean a poor hospital, a poor quality service. It has to be world class. It has to be the best quality services, best infrastructure, because I consider them all as our family. We should be confident to admit our child in these schools, admit our mother or father in these hospitals. Only then we know that we are doing our job well. So this idea of one world, one family is truly, we have to live by it. We have to make the whole world come together as one family, where everybody loves each other, cares, serves each other, just like they would do to their own blood relations. That is the idea. Why I'm in admiration of the work of Sri Jayadeva Institute is because it was a 300-bedded hospital. Dr. Manjunath took over. It is an 1,800-bedded facility now. Thousands of procedures, thousands of interventions, thousands of surgeries happen every month. These achievements are not easy. A private setup or an NGO setup is a different thing. In a government setup, extremely professional, extremely well done and well run institutions are very rare to see. And this is one such institution, and we are so proud to associate with them. I also have a reason to call them on this day here. And because we are a family, again, I said I will share it with you. It's only 2.5 weeks ago, Dr. Nagesh performed the angioplasty on me. And it so happened that whatever the divine decree was, and he took such loving care of me. And can you believe that it was only 2.5 weeks ago? The way I'm talking and doing things doesn't look like, thanks to the kind of work, the kind of care they have taken. In one cath lab, all three were there. Dr. Srinivas was there, Dr. Manjunath was there, Dr. Nagesh was there to make sure that no stone is left unturned. Every possible care that can be provided to me was provided by them. They all three were present during the entire procedure. Until it was done to their satisfaction, they did not leave the place. They left all their jobs and they were here. I must be grateful to them, and I think you also will be very grateful to them, because they have gifted me back to you. But for them, probably I wouldn't be standing and talking to you like this. Of course, Dr. Satish Babu, Archana, they took great care to ensure that the best care was given. And this is what I felt if something happens to somebody in Chikbalapur. Now, I'm fortunate, I have a lot of people to look after me, they love me, they care for me, and it was diagnosed on time, everything was done on time, so no problem. But just in case, some poor man sitting in some Bagepalli village, some Kolar village, or somewhere in Muddenahalli, imagine if something happens to them in the middle of the night. Where are they going to go? They can't even reach Bangalore on time. As he said, distance, physical distance is not the real distance. There could be traffic jams. And then availability of the facility, emergency facilities, very rare to come by. Imagine if they lose that breadwinner of the family. 5 people will be pushed into poverty, then and there. Children will be out of school, wife will be widowed, parents will be abandoned, they have nowhere to go. Similarly, if there is any emergency with the child too, they will have to go long distance. And Jayadeva is doing great work, but they are overburdened. They have long waiting lists. So we thought, what can we do? What can I do? What can we all do together to ensure that this happens? Anyway, we have our Sanjeevani hospitals which are serving everybody. Why not bring that center here to Muddenahalli? Why not further the cause of child as well as adult heart care and help everyone in and around this area? With this idea, I just told them, 15 days back, I think first time I breathed it out saying that we must have a cath lab. Within last 1 week, they worked day and night and ensured that it has happened. I want to thank this IITPL team. We are very proud of you if they're here or they're watching this, that we are very happy that you could do it on time. And good work will be rewarded with more good work. So if this goes well, you get more work to do for us. We are opening a cath lab in Sri Lanka in January, Telangana shortly. We are going to open one in Fiji. We need one facility there. We need one facility in Turkey, that is coming up in the coming year, October, that's going to be our another facility. And probably in Nigeria, as we upgrade the system, we're going to Rwanda. The government has called us, probably there one. You name it, if you do good work, you'll get a lot of good work to do. And I look forward to associating with Jayadeva and taking it to the world. Let our doctors, our mission go to the world, and as India, let us serve the whole world. I won't speak much because I think Dr. Nagesh is getting palpitations now. He told me strictly, no stress Take it slowly, Guruji. Breathe, talk slowly, do one thing at a time. Imagine whom he is advising. See, all of them were laughing. But he was so sincere, he very lovingly advised me, sir, you have to reduce all this work, you have to calm down a little bit, take one thing at a time, take rest. But where is rest for us? Rest is rust, as I say. So we rest. But no, I assure you that I will take good care of myself, but I'm more confident that the procedure went off so well that I don't have to worry much. I'm in safe hands, but I'm grateful to all of them, all these doctors, for having done it on time and done it so well. And I look forward to this Cath lab and the Sanjeevani Center from here, serving many more children, many more patients, absolutely free of cost, highest quality medical care. So I again congratulate the entire team for having done that. We are building a medical college. We will work with Jayadeva Institute to train many more medical professionals, especially rural children who cannot access medical education. For many of them who could be good doctors, nurses, paramedics, but they don't have the capacity to even afford a government hostel fee. Forget about the education fee. There are people so poor, but they are good doctors. They can be good doctors. They can serve in rural areas, and they are the future. So my children, this is what I want to tell you on this day. Do you want me to take some rest? Then you all have to grow up fast and take all the responsibility off my shoulder and the shoulders of the likes of Srinivas, Narasimhamurthy, and everybody else, and you have to run these institutions. Are you ready for that? Now you know why I'm so confident always, because I have such wonderful children. So the faster you grow up, the harder you work, the more I will rest and relax. So that is what these doctors want. That is why I also want, in a few years, as the medical college starts producing doctors, I'm sure all our hospitals will have our own people who will run these hospitals with love, care, and compassion. At the same time, highest quality medical service that is ever possible on earth will be provided in these centers. Once again, bowing down to all of those who have worked sincerely, sacrificed much. There are many devotees, many people, many volunteers across the world who have made this happen. As I said today, what you all have done is you have gifted me back to my Bhagawan by virtue of this great medical technology, these doctors, and I look forward to working decades in the service of humanity in the holy name of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. With this prayer and promise, I conclude.
We will now have a short 10-minute break, after which we will have the next part of this evening's proceedings.